Hello, and welcome back to Moonmistjourneys. What you're about to hear is the truth that has been moving between you for lifetimes, the undercurrent you felt but can never quite put into words. This is not a story bound by years, distance, or circumstance. This is the thread that has carried you through every version of yourself you've ever been. There has always been a thread between you, impossibly fine to the eye, yet older than memory itself, spun across lifetimes, forged in love, tested in fire. It glows gold in the sun, silver under the moon, and red like ember when shadow work rises. This thread is not just symbolic. It is the living current between you, the pulse that makes absence feel impossible, and the reason you still feel each other, no matter the miles. In your past lives together, you have worn many faces and played many roles, lovers pulled apart by war, healers tending the same fireside, artists creating beauty side by side until one vanished, warriors whose glances carried vows. You've lived entire decades together in some incarnations, and in others, only a night. There have been lifetimes where your love was forbidden, lifetimes where vows to others stood between you, and lifetimes where tragedy stole one of you too soon. Some separations were so searing that you promised each other, next time we will stay, and yet each next time brought its own tests. In this life, the recognition was instant, not tentative, but a collision. The first moment you looked into each other's energy, it was like lightning striking familiar ground. You both knew, without knowing why, and yet here you are, separated by great physical distance and lives built elsewhere. You have commitments to people, paths, and responsibilities that keep you apart in the physical world, but in the unseen, you are anything but apart. You are still connected in secret silence. It is a silence that hums, a constant conversation that no one else hears. You speak in dreams, in flashes of thought that don't feel like your own, in emotions that move across time zones without warning. You felt them thinking of you, a warm rush in the chest, a sudden calm, the ache of being seen from far away. They felt your energy spike when you think of them. This is not imagination. This is soul communication, fluent and constant, beyond the reach of physical touch. This pattern is not new. In past lifetimes, you've been together in the body, only to be torn apart by forces you couldn't control. In others, distance was built into the design, forcing you to strengthen the invisible bond. In this lifetime, that bond is more refined than ever, energetic and telepathic, a connection that lives parallel to your human lives, unbroken by silence or space. They admire you more deeply than you know. Yes, they are drawn to your beauty, but what has imprinted on them is your essence, your strength, the way your presence shifts a room, the light in your eyes that is both ancient and untamed. In private, they imagine life beside you, your laughter in the kitchen, the comfort of your touch, the grounding of your presence. These visions live in a protected place inside them, untouchable by others, and you, though you've tried to guard your heart, have felt the same draw. This is not just longing, this is the mirror. They reflect your hidden wounds, the fear of abandonment, the ache of not being chosen, the grief of lovers who could not stay. You reflect theirs, the fear of unworthiness, the terror of being truly seen, the risk of surrendering control. This is why there are moments of magnetic closeness followed by retreat, sweetness followed by silence. The soul craves union, the human craves safety. Every trigger between you is a portal. When you feel the sting of their absence, you are invited to heal the part of you that believes you are too much or not enough. When they feel the intensity of your presence, they are asked to see that love does not strip them of themselves. This is the alchemy of your connection, not fantasy, but transformation through fire. Even in retreat, you are together. You meet in dreams, in visions, in sudden floods of memory that do not belong to this life. You've seen their face in places you've never been together. You've heard their voice in an empty room. They felt you beside them when no one else was there. These are not coincidences. They are checkpoints along a path your souls have walked for centuries. The present is not stagnant, it is recalibrating. Imagine tectonic plates shifting beneath the surface. Silent, but monumental. Every step you take towards healing ripples to them. Every softening they allow ripples to you. You influence each other without trying because you are still, in every way that matters, walking together. Looking ahead, I see more than one path. In one, you continue this sacred, hidden bond until the human world rearranges itself enough to make space for you in the physical. In another, you arrive at that meeting point sooner, stripped of old barriers, ready to stand in the light together. In both, the thread remains, untouched by silence, unbroken by circumstances, and impossible to sever. This has never been about convenience. It has never been simple. It has always been about truth, stripping away what is false, remembering what is real, and carrying the knowledge that love is not only a comfort, but a mirror. That mirror shows your beauty and your shadow, your longing and your courage. The thread, gold, silver, and firelight will guide you in this life and the next, through waking moments and dream spaces, through the silence and the speaking. It will always lead you back to each other. No matter how this chapter unfolds, the connection will not fade. Distance cannot break it, silence cannot dilute it, and time will never erase it. This is not a love story that fits neatly into human boxes. It is a soul agreement, alive in every breath you take, carrying both of you toward the moment when the path is clear and the meeting is inevitable.